with Paul Catalina. Did I say crap it up?
Crap it
is
up.
That like what like I said about that Nebraska guy?
No, that's not nearly as bad, but still, it's.
Do you still wish you had that audio?
I bet you I do. I bet you I do. I know somebody who does. I know several people who probably kept it.
It's time for Paul. 5:55.
This is Paul Catalina's Top 5 at 5:55.
It's Major League Baseball opening day. By the way, thank you to Slapsticks Comedy Club. Coming soon. Please follow their Facebook page right now. They just started Twitter and YouTube pages as well. So follow those for more information on Slapsticks coming this summer, bringing the laughter back to Waco. All right, top 5 opening day Fool's Gold. And see, here's this. It's April Fool's Day, Smokey, and it's opening day. I intersected them. I crossed them up. All right?
Oh, okay.
So
all right.
These are 5 things right now that people will talk about, but I think it right now is Fool's Gold. And I reserve the right to change my opinion as the season progresses on. Number 5, well, Armstrong left to change the. Oh, you got it, Cole? Okay. Number 5, you should be excited that your team spent a lot of money. I don't think this should ever be true. No. I think you should be cautiously optimistic. But if they spend a bunch of money, you know what? More oftentimes than not, it's just going to make you more depressed when they don't win the World Series.
Yep. I agree.
It's just how it is. I mean, because
Teams
only one
that have tried to buy a championship include the Miami Marlins or the Florida Marlins. I think maybe the Diamondbacks did it. The Yankees on occasion. But for the most part, when you go do that, it doesn't end well.
You know, the Yankees' best teams are the ones that were intersected, where they spent big money on a couple of guys, but the rest of the guys were homegrown or, you know, tremendous bargains like Paul O'Neill.
Yes.
You know, so
yes.
Yeah. Number 4, the Mets can win the NL East. I'm not buying it. I mean, they've got, you know, Noah Syndergaard, and they've got some pitchers, but you know, they just signed Lindor to a big deal. I think they're still probably a year or so away. Number 3, and we're going to stay in New York City. We're going to go jump on the 7 train and go over to the Bronx. And the Yankees are World Series ready. I think they're going to be a playoff team. I don't think they're a World Series team yet. It depends on Luis Severino getting back. I don't trust the rotation as it stands right now. Garrett Cole will be excellent. Corey Kluber pitched less than an inning last year before he got hurt. So before we get excited about him regaining his Cy Young form, you know, let's see what he does. And if Severino gets back, maybe I'll be more inclined to say that they are. And I mean, not to stop them from making a move, but right now I don't think they're World Series ready. Number 2, someone other than the Dodgers will win the NL. Not going to happen. I'm just telling you right now, that team they're losing right now, but they're stacked. They're absolutely so stacked. Stacked. It's going to be embarrassing. There's not a player on the Dodgers that almost any major league team wouldn't trade their best player for. I mean, or at that same position.
Probably so. Yeah.
I mean, you know, I'm sure there's some exceptions, you know, but even still. At number 1, Cole's going to like this one. Shohei Ohtani finishes the year. He's all hype right now. I'm interested to see him, but can you pitch and play and be a hitter on your off days? Nobody's doing it. Nobody's done it in a long, long time. You know, he hasn't finished or played a whole season yet, including a 60-game season last year. I think, you know, I think he's going to have to pick one, Smokey.
Yeah, we've seen dual sport, Bo, Dion, some that have done that, but that's different than. But I just don't know about it takes so much just to have your own focus of being a position player, and or you're a pitcher. Mm-hmm. It's a protocol. It's a focus. It's a lot of those things, and so. I wish him the best. It'd be a great story, but I don't, until proven otherwise, day in and day out, let's get a couple of years traction underneath him and we'll see.
Yep, absolutely. That's it.
All right. Good job.